Hello, Leo. What's up? This is Tarot Me Please coming at you for a general reading for the week starting March 20th, 2023. How y'all been? My strong, ferocious Leos. Every time I think of Leo, I just think strong, ferocious, fire, out there, in your face, kind of, you know. That's what I think of when I say Leo. So, do those qualities embody you, Leo? You Leos watching the video? Anyhow, now that your cards have been laid out, I just want to take a step back to prepare for the reading, prepare you for the reading, and just to let all your energies, you Leo energies, flow throughout the universe to these cards. Let these cards absorb your energy, absorb the rest of the universe's energy. And may they give you guidance and clarity and insight to lead you to your soul's higher good. Right, Leo? All right. Let's do it. Leo, what is your energy going to be this week? Okay. That's the Four of Pentacles. That card tells me that you're going to be holding fast to your money and or resources and or possessions. It's a very stable card because fours have to do with stability. And specifically the Four of Pentacles talks about security and possessiveness, and the other side of the coin of insecurity is security is insecurity, right? They're two sides of the same coin. Hoarding and materialism. It's the universe telling you that you need not hold on to your possessions and or money so tightly. You know, because what's meant for you won't go away from you. And, you know, there are enough resources out there for everybody. And, you know, materialism and, you know, possessiveness, they don't really lead to your higher good, is what the universe is trying to tell you. So they're just telling you just to ease up a little bit. I guess. Yeah, try to ease up a little bit. What is the energy crossing you, Leo? That's the Eight of Wands. That's talking about news coming in as we speak. The Eight of Wands talks about fast news and progress, sudden changes, excitement, maybe travel. It's also, I mean, my take on the Eight of Wands is like, you know, certain situations are pushing you, nudging you towards your higher good. So just go with it. Go with the flow. Yeah. Don't try to control things too much. Try to go with the flow because it's the universe nudging you towards your higher good, nudging you along your path. Okay. What's in the recent past, Leo? Either you recently became a mom or you recently found out you were pregnant. Something about the mom, because that's who the Empress is. She's the earthly, manifests energy of giving birth to something. If it's not giving birth to a baby, then it's giving birth to new ideas, because she's very abundant and very creative. So, Leo, in your case, what is it? Did you just find out about a pregnancy, or have you recently given birth, or um, have you given birth to an idea? Something like that. Something having to do with being a mom, the Empress card says. Okay? Let's look at your immediate future. The Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a person in your life. It could be you, but it's definitely a person in your life. The Queen of Swords is razor sharp in her thinking. Yeah, she's very clear thinking, and she speaks her mind. She's very honest. Maybe honest to a fault, if you know what I mean. But yeah, the Queen of Swords is, she's a quick thinker. She's independent. And she's very communicative and objective. And I'm wondering if that's you, Leo, or if it's somebody in your life. If it is somebody in your life, it might very well be an air sign like Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. So, do you have a woman in your life that embodies these qualities? You know, the clear, sharp thinker, who is a Gemini, Aquarius, or a Libra? Okay, let's go to your conscious. What are you going to be thinking about? What are you going to be aware of this week? You're going to be thinking about leaving a situation. That is the Eight of Cups card, and that's you. That's you leaving a situation that was once fulfilling, but you've had your fill of it. You can't stack any more cups here, and it's time for you to move on. But what you're moving on to is kind of unclear, represented by the moon here. But you know that, you've had enough of this situation. You've kind of run the course, and it's time for you to move on. And I'm wondering what that entails when it says moving on. Are you moving on from one job to another, or moving on from one relationship to another? What is it that you're leaving and moving on to? Is my question. Okay. Maybe if I pull some more cards, I'll gain clarity from that. Let's look at this card. This is the energy that may be influencing you, Leo, but you might not know it. That's the Five of Wands card. Fives represent change and instability and upheaval. And the Five of Wands card, as you can see from the card, talks about conflict and disagreement, competition, tension, arguments, and aggression. Not big drag out fights, but disagreement, some conflict. And when I see this, I'm thinking it's either a relationship with your relatives, or a work situation. I'll probably be able to tell more when I flip some more cards. Either you're fighting with your relatives or your mom or something, or you're fighting with somebody at work. But let's pull some more cards here. And maybe that's why you're thinking of leaving, because it's not a harmonious situation that you're in right now. But let me pull some more cards. What are your hopes and fears here, Leo? That's a fear. That's not a hope. that is the Seven of Swords, and as you can see by the picture here, it's some shady stuff going on. The Seven of Swords talks about betrayal and deception and lies and trickery and scheming and strategy and sneakiness, or keeping secrets from people. So this is definitely a fear that you have. And I'm like, okay, the reason you're walking away from something, is it because of this sneakiness and betrayal that you've endured? Like maybe at one time this situation was fulfilling, but it's gotten to the point of, it ain't good no more. And so you got to move on. But I wonder what this trickery, what this deceit entails in your life, Leo. Who's been unfaithful? Who's been betraying you? And does this betrayal have anything to do with this unconscious card that says, conflict, disagreement, tension? What is it that's been done to you where you're going into it like fearing this? Anyhow, that's the Seven of Swords. Let's now look at what your influence is going to be. What is your attitude? What is your approach going to be that will affect the final outcome? Okay, that's the Devil, as if you couldn't tell. So the Devil card has to do with unhealthy attachments. The Devil card has to do with addiction. The Devil card has to do with unhealthy stuff that is not serving your higher good. The Devil talks about obsession and cheating and dependency and materialism and abuse and feeling powerless. So what is it that you're feeling powerless about, Leo? Is it conflict that you've been in where you feel like you can't fight back or you don't know how to fight back? Is this powerless feeling of yours having to do with having been betrayed in the past, and so this is your fear going forward? Deceit. And this powerlessness that you feel right now, Leo, does it have to do with your decision or your thoughts about leaving the situation and moving on to something unclear? But yeah, you feel powerless. But see, this card came up for a good reason, Leo. The universe is trying to tell you that although you feel powerless to overcome, this whole situation, in reality, you aren't really powerless. Here, you're either this person and or that person, and these chains that are around you, they're not really around you tight. So you can break out of these chains. You're not powerless. You're more powerful than you think, Leo, to overcome whatever, situation this is what the universe is trying to tell you. You're not totally bound as you think. It's just a state of mind, I suppose. It's a state of mind that a lot of maybe addicts or something, have, is like, I can't overcome this addiction, I can't beat it. But it's like, when you summon the courage inside, when it's time, when you're ready, you can overcome it. You can break free. You're not totally powerless, is what the universe is trying to tell you about this situation here. Okay, what is the external influence going to be on the situation? See, your influence is like, oh, I can't do anything, I'm powerless. Whereas the external influence is partnership, union. That's the Two of Cups card. And the Two of Cups talks about attraction, unity, connection, bonds, joining forces. So this is not you. This is somebody, externally. This is you. So this Two of Cups is somebody else or some other people that are going to have a profound influence on your situation. And this is coming from love. The cups represent love and relationships and feelings. So I'm wondering who this is in your life, Leo. Because they're going to have a positive influence on the final outcome of your situation here. Okay, having said all that, let's now pull the final outcome card. Happiness. All right. It could be a marriage card too. This is the Four of Wands. As you could see, we have like festive stuff. We have, celebrations built on solid foundations. Remember I said when this Four of Pentacles came out, fours have to do with stability. And here's another four card. It has to do with stability. In this case, a stable home life or a stable community. And marriage could represent that stable home life, couldn't it? So yeah, the Four of Wands is celebration, excitement, community, home, parties, reunions. Nice, very nice. So I wonder. Okay, I'm looking at this. This is what's coming to my mind. Okay, Leo, just go with it. Okay. Somebody's gonna be a mom, and somebody's gonna get married. That's what I see. And that might very well be you, Leo. But I wish I knew what kind of conflict you had in the back of your mind. I mean, this is what's coming to my mind right now. It's like, okay, a lot of times what shows up in our unconscious is what we've lived as a child or, many years ago, and it's still stuck. It's like almost like our baggage. And maybe your own parents, Leo, fought and divorced or whatever like that. It was like very tense. And you're fearing that, this whole, baby marriage union kind of thing is going to end up the same as your parents' marriage, which I guess went down the drain. I mean, it wasn't a happy situation. And, maybe somebody deceived somebody else. Maybe, maybe your dad cheated on your mom. I don't know. Some kind of sneakiness. And you're afraid of that for yourself. And, this is you feeling powerless to break out of that whole frame of mind of, they're going to cheat on me like my dad cheated on my mom or something like that. Or, but then the external influence is like, the partnership. I guess your partner wanting to be a happy union, and then the result being marriage, a happy home life. That's what I see. I don't know, maybe here Maybe here, the thing that you're thinking about walking away from is that relationship that you don't feel is going to be a success because maybe what you went through as a child. Maybe you don't feel secure in your current relationship. But what I see here is marriage, of all things. So, yeah, that's what I have for you, Leo. It's really specific, isn't it? But that's what came to mind. So I'm just going to say what comes to mind, you know? It's my intuition talking. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope some, if not all of it, resonated for you, Leo. And if it did, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Tarot me, please. It was a pleasure. Hope you have a great rest of the weekend, and I hope you have an even better week ahead. Thanks. Take care.